Hello and welcome. You are listening to the Happya Life Podcast. I'm your host, Clare Deacon. After deciding survival wasn't enough, I set out on a path to live my best life. I wanted to thrive. Now I'm on a mission to support others. Think you're not good enough, confident enough, brave enough? I'm here to tell you you are, and you can achieve anything. This is your time, so let's do this. Hello and welcome to the Happya Life Podcast. I'm Clare Deacon, positive psychology coach, trauma-informed therapist, and someone who knows a thing or two about looking like you've got it all together while silently running on empty. Today, we're going to be talking about something that so many people experience but rarely know how to name: survival mode. You know what I mean. When you're technically functioning, but it all feels like treading water with a backpack full of bricks. When your brain is fried, your body is tense, and everything from answering a message to making a decision feels heavier than it should be. You might still be working, parenting, meeting the deadlines, showing up to the world like a semi-capable adult, but inside it's a completely different story. Now, here's the thing I always tell my clients. Survival mode can feel like being strapped into a roller coaster you never chose to get on in the first place. One of those relentless ones that just won't stop. There's no break, no breath, no gentle glide in it. It just loops, sudden drops, unexpected bends, and that stomach clenching feeling of holding on tight, wondering what hit is going to come next. You want it to stop so you can just take a breath, just be. But instead, you find yourself locked in, white-knuckling your way through every day, hoping for calm, but expecting chaos. And what makes it harder is that from the outside, no one can see it. Your friends might think you're just busy. Your colleagues assume you're managing. Maybe you've even convinced yourself that this is just life. Tired is normal. That overwhelm is just part of adulthood. But behind closed doors, you're whispering things to yourself like, why can't I get it all together? Everyone else seems to be coping. What's wrong with me? If I stop, I might not be able to start again. I don't even know what I need anymore. I just want to disappear for a bit. I don't know who I am. And I want you to know those thoughts, they're not signs of failure. They are signs of a nervous system that has been doing too much for too long without support. You see, the thing about survival mode is that it's smart. It's your nervous system going into protective gear. When the brain perceives a threat, whether that's a screaming argument, childhood chaos, chronic stress, illness, loss, or just being constantly overextended, it triggers a physiological state designed to keep you safe. You might fight, flee, freeze, or fawn. You might numb out, overfunction, overthink, or you might simply stop feeling altogether because feeling is too risky. Survival mode isn't just about reacting to danger, it's about adapting to long-term threats. And the kicker is, once it becomes a habit, it starts to feel like your personality. We take on the persona that our nervous system is allowing us to show up as. You begin to believe you're just anxious or that you're indecisive or lazy or cold, when actually your nervous system has been running a survival algorithm for years. And I want to say this really clearly. If you are in that space right now, if you're exhausted, checked out, numb, or constantly bracing for the next crash, you're not failing, you're surviving. Also, I want you to know this. You deserve so much more than just surviving. You deserve a life that feels safe enough to live in, not just one you're trying to manage, survive, tolerate, or just get through. You deserve a life that feels like yours, full of clarity, connection, contentment, fulfillment, and purpose. A life that feels happier. So, how do you know if you're stuck in survival mode? Well, it might show up as burnout that never quite goes away. The kind of fatigue that sleep doesn't fix, a constant background noise of anxiety when things are technically fine. You might avoid rest because it feels unfamiliar, or you fill every moment with something, a task, a to-do list, a scroll, because slowing down feels dangerous. Or maybe you've built a life that looks full, work, parenting, responsibility, but it can feel empty. You can't remember the last time you felt joy without guilt, or stillness without panic, or connection without having to perform. These aren't character flaws. These are symptoms of a nervous system stuck in hypervigilance. And here's the truth. You can't think your way out of survival mode. You can't positive affirmation your way out of it, because this isn't just happening in your mind, it's happening in your body. It's neurobiological. And so the way out has to begin there too. When the nervous system has been on high alert for a long time, it loses the ability to distinguish between what's genuinely dangerous and what's just unfamiliar. Saying no, expressing a need, letting someone down gently, all of those things can feel threatening when your body is wired to prioritize keeping the peace. This is why recovery starts with safety, not productivity, not transformation, not chasing your best self, but safety. Your system needs to learn slowly, consistently, that it's safe to rest, safe to say no, safe to stop scanning, safe to exist without constantly anticipating the next blow. So let's talk about some small steps, not surface level hacks, but real body informed signals that tell your nervous system you're okay. First one breath. Slowly in and slowly out, where you let your shoulders just drop a little. Another. Drinking your cup of coffee without multitasking. Just allowing yourself to be really in that moment. Taste the coffee. Feel the coffee as it goes down your throat. Be in the moment. Another tip would be putting your bare feet on the floor, just noticing how it feels, whether it's a cold, hard floor, soft carpet. Take in that moment, bring your body into the present. Take a moment looking around the room. Name 5 things you can see, 4 you can touch, 3 you can hear. These are not gimmicks. These are physiological anchors. They bring you into the present. They calm that nervous system. They calm the body. But they're not the whole answer. These things help you feel more safe, but they are symptom soothers. They're not the root solution. Because here's the truth that I don't shy away from. You can only treat the symptoms, the surface, for so long. If you're not living your happier life with clarity and that contentment and fulfillment and having that meaning and purpose in your life, then these small practices will eventually stop being enough. It's like your body learn. I've heard that message before, and you're not listening to me, so it's going to shout louder. And that's where the deeper work really needs to be done, the real work, the kind that reflects on who you really are, what you really want, underneath all the noise and the expectations that society and history and past life has put upon us. Asking yourself, do I truly believe I'm worthy of receiving and living a happier life? Looking into what you're holding on to that's no longer serving you. What are you ready to let go of? I've walked this path myself. I've supported countless women and men, intelligent, capable, high performing individuals who on paper have it all, but feel utterly disconnected from their lives. And I know that the way out isn't just another morning routine or a mindset tweak, it's a reclamation. And that's why I created the Blooming Happier program. That's not a quick fix. It's a guided journey out of survival mode and into something deeper where you reconnect with yourself, regulate your nervous system, rewrite the story you're living by, and begin to thrive with intention and courage. This work takes something, but you won't be doing it alone. So if something in you is stirring, a quiet voice is saying, this is what I need, I invite you to come closer, join my weekly newsletter, book a free, pressure-free chat with me, or simply listen again to this podcast episode with your hand on your heart and whisper, I'm allowed to want more. You're not broken, you're rebuilding. And this isn't the end, it's the invitation to begin again on your terms. This is your moment to stop waiting for permission, for timing, for things to calm down. Because let's be honest, life doesn't slow down, but you can choose to move differently through it. You can choose to stop surviving on scraps of energy and start living with clarity and confidence and peace. You can wake up and not dread the day ahead. You can parent without burning out. You can make decisions without overthinking every outcome. You can hold boundaries without guilt. You can walk into a room and take up space unapologetically, fulfilling, stand there fully without shrinking. You can remember who you are before the burnout, before the heartbreak, before the roles and responsibilities swallowed you up. You want to feel calm and capable again. You want to reconnect with your joy, real joy, not the one that's social media worthy and that filtered kind of what joy should look like, but that inner contentment, that inner happiness. You want to be present with the people you love without resenting the never ending demands. You want space to breathe, to dream, to feel proud of your life, not just responsible for it. That's what's possible. That's what we're building, not some perfect, formative version of healing, but a deeply grounded, fully human kind of wholeness. And I know this not just because I'm an expert in my field, not just because I've studied the psychology and the science or trained in the therapies that support healing. I know this because I've lived it. I've spent years in survival mode. I know what it feels like to put that smile on the outside and scream on the inside. And that's why I am so passionate about helping others break free. Because this isn't just theory, it's personal and it's possible. And if you're ready, I am here for you. Until next time, take care. If you've enjoyed this episode, ensure you hit subscribe, head on over to my website, happiercoach.com, sign up for the weekly newsletter, and let me support you in living a happier life. I'm your host, Clare Deacon. Thank you for listening. Have a fabulous day.